Today's apartment is so cheap that I'm a little bit scared, because usually a 2-bedroom apartment with a living room in a good location goes for a lot more than this, which is why it's going to be pretty interesting to go check this place out for ourselves. And just before we head out the door, I've partnered with the amazing folks over at rentcity.co. Follow the link in the description, review your last apartment, and you could win a month of free rent. And even if you don't win, your opinion might really help someone else with their apartment search, which is a good thing. Just got off the train right here at 63rd Street and Lexington Avenue. And this station here at 63rd is the closest one to the apartment, which is about 5 to 7 minutes from where we are right now. There are other trains you can pick up if the Q and the F don't work for you. You can also get the 6 over at 68th Street by Hunter College. And overall, transportation up here is really good. And what's also good is that even though we're pretty far east, this is not an area that's lacking the things you're gonna need on a regular basis. There are plenty of little coffee houses and bakeries like this one right here, and there's no shortage of little restaurants and places to hang out like this guy right here all over the place. Right here is a laundromat, and the apartment is just a block that direction. That's pretty convenient. This gentleman right here says the prices here are pretty good, and just look inside. I haven't seen too many laundromats that have exposed brick. This is a huge win. Right here on the corner of 65th and 1st Avenue, half a block from the apartment, there is a Gristedes grocery store. The grocery store's here, and the best part is that the apartment is half a block down that way. Not having a car and going to the grocery store in New York is really tough. Your arms are gonna feel like they're about to fall off if you buy too many things, but since that grocery store is pretty close, getting what you need on a weekly basis should not be that much of a challenge. And what also shouldn't be a challenge is getting a good night's sleep in your apartment, because this is the street that the apartment's on, and things here are pretty laid back as far as Manhattan goes. You've got trees on both sides of the block. There aren't a bunch of businesses or anything on the street itself that would bring in a lot of foot traffic, and things here seem pretty quiet. That's the building we're gonna look at, and this is the neighbor's building. And if you rent an apartment right here in the building we're going to, you're gonna be paying way less rent than whoever lives here. Let's go take a look. Oh, this is great. At first, I was scared because the price of this place is so low. I was afraid it was gonna suck, but this is a nice 2-bedroom. It's got a living room, there's natural light coming in, and everything here's in good shape. I think we're getting into amazing deal territory here, but be sure to let me know down in the comments what you like and what you don't like. And if you enjoy watching this video, make sure you subscribe. That way YouTube can tell other people to watch my videos. Right after you walk in through the front door, you're in the kitchen. But there's more than enough room to walk through here on your way to the living room, which is the best feature of this apartment, hands down. I'm actually a really big fan of this view. We've got an interior facing view, but what's nice is you can see for quite a ways in that direction. We're not gonna get any street noise, and there's, again, a lot of natural light coming in here, way more than I expected. The size of this living room is also really good, 13 feet 3 inches by 9 feet. And because this room is a nice rectangular shape, it's gonna be pretty simple to set it up. This wall is the entry point for the cable wire, and that's probably where the entertainment center is gonna go. And if you've got your TV and stuff over here, you could put seating against this wall, like a big couch, and there's plenty of space in the middle of the room here for a coffee table. Is this the biggest living room I've ever seen? Absolutely not, but for this price, to even be able to have a space where you could entertain friends and hang out with guests and have visitors over, this is amazing. The only thing you're gonna wanna keep in mind is that since that door right there is for the bathroom, you're gonna be limited with what goes over here by the windows. But I don't know if you'd wanna block them anyways, since they're the source of all the light that's in this room. Let's take a quick look at the kitchen, then we'll look at both bedrooms and the bathroom. All right, here we are in the kitchen. It's a basic kitchen, but it's got what it needs. There's a full-size fridge, a 4-burner stove, and the cabinet space here and counter space aren't bad. What you could get for this would be a rolling countertop that can either fit underneath this or goes over here against the wall. That would give you a lot more counter space than what is here, which, even though this isn't terrible, you're probably gonna want space to make something a little bit bigger than a sandwich. For the money, this is definitely workable. Now, let's check out these bedrooms right here and pick our favorite. All right, both rooms are so similar, I don't know if I can decide. This room's 8 feet 11 inches by 6 feet 7 inches, and this one's 8 feet 11 inches by 6 feet 6 inches. Since they're pretty much both the same, I think it's gonna be a toss-up because they've both got closets with overhead storage. And they've both got a view that, even though it's not super exciting, it does let in some light and should be nice and quiet. Setting these up will be pretty easy. You want your bed as far as you can get it over by the window. And you can probably get something against the wall over here between where the door and the closet are. And the good thing is that they did build the overhead storage all the way out over the door. That's nice. You can put stuff up there or up there that you don't need all the time. And at the end of the day, since these aren't the largest rooms in New York City, having a little extra storage space is a good thing. And the great thing about having two rooms that are the exact same size pretty much with the exact same view is that if you're living here with someone else and you want to split the rent equally, that's going to be pretty easy. There's not going to be too much fighting over who gets this room versus who gets this room. They're the same. Next up, we've got the bathroom. I love how nice and bright this is. Even though it's old, it doesn't feel like a depressing bathroom that hasn't been well cared for. It looks like we've got a nice little window here, which you can use to air this bathroom out. There's a full-size bathtub with enough space for you to get in and out pretty easily. And although there's no storage beneath the sink, this mirror turns into a nice big medicine cabinet. Also, since there's vanity lights above the medicine cabinet, if I put the camera over here by where the mirror is, you'd be able to get ready in here easily. There's lots of light. Super easy to see what's going on, maybe even a bit too much. But if you don't want to pay too much in rent, this is probably the apartment you should get a roommate and rent because the price here is unbeatable. Check out the video description. There's a link to this listing. You can get all your questions answered. And after you do that, take a look at one of these other apartment tours. I'll see you in the next video.